limited and contingent creature, subject to sudden disruptive forces. Though we may be innocent, we are all potentially guilty because of the stain of self-sufficiency and arrogance in our nature. We must remember always that we are only men and be modest in our own conceits. Success is not finally to be measured by fame or material prosperity. Human greatness consists ultimately in nobly accepting the responsibility of being what we are. Man is but a pawn in the great game of life. However, that means not that man's existence be without strict reason. For every creature that draweth breath on this great orb has a purpose. It is how man does with his time that he realize what this purpose will be.
Welcome. Such fresh faces beaming with ignorance. Perhaps some of you know the story. At least those who are read among the dull. What do you think, Symphora? Do these ones have it?
They have something, all right. Might be something less admirable than what you were looking for.
The classic tale of sex, lies, and mommy dearest. However, today you'll be seeing something different. How does the program put it? Do you have one? A program? You're supposed to be handed one on the way in, unless the front of house staff isn't doing their job. Oh, thank you, human. Let's see. A reimagined version of the primal tragedy. The king in a fatal struggle against the gods. Yeah, I can work with that. Oedipus, son to King Laius of Thebes and his queen Jocasta, tainted by a malicious prophecy. For the king had sought out the wise oracle at Delphi before the birth. What could you want? Well, spit it out, you foul swine. Greetings.
The darkness stirs.
Excuse me?
They will see.
Yes. Well, they certainly shall. Where was I? Ah, yes. For the king had sought out the wise oracle at Delphi before the birth, and what she had to say was far from fortuitous. For any son born unto the king was foretold to slay the ruler and marry his queen.
Love you, Mommy.
So when Jocasta gave birth to her firstborn son, it was clear what they had to do. The baby was left in the wood to die until a shepherd found it and left it in the courts of King Polybus of Corinth. The child was raised to Oedipus. After the Grecian term for the swelling of his feet.
You know what they say about a man with swollen feet?
He lived a normal life, comfortable with the parents he believed were his own, until one day at a party, a drunk. Fine, you can do it.
So, a drunk walks into a party and says to Oedipus, "Hey, that man isn't your father." And then Oedipus says, "What man?" And the drunk says, "King Polybus." Oh my goodness.
Not your best. With the accusation gnawing at his sanity, Oedipus consulted the oracle for an answer. The god neglected to confirm the drunk's words.
However, she spoke of other wicked, inevitable truths.
That he would wed his own mother.
An incestuous brood damning beyond repentance.
And murder his father.
An act of depraved treachery.
Hearing these words, Oedipus distanced himself from the city of Corinth and his family with the intent of evading the inevitable. Leaving in a rush, Oedipus was his path was blocked by a carriage driver. Ending in a bitter altercation, with the end of the slaying of the carriage driver by the hand of the prince, his journey came to an end. But, like any good tragedy, events did not look up from there on. Upon arriving, Oedipus found a city without a ruler, looking for a brave soul to conquer the guarding Sphinx and marry the now widowed queen Jocasta. Oedipus proved himself worthy of these feats and began preparations to rule the city. Here, my subjects, is where our story begins.
Finally, to be back in our chambers. That was a lovely ceremony, wasn't it?
Oh, quite.
I thought the decor was gorgeous and the choir couldn't have been better, don't you agree?
I was very pleased.
The people of this city, they have such pride. They practically itch for a reason to have a celebration, and by gods, do they know how to celebrate.
Well, they seem like wonderful people, and I can't wait to get to know each and every one of them. Though, I'm sorry for the situation this has all put you through.
Situation?
This marriage. Just yesterday, we're complete strangers. Today, I slay Sphinx, I don some robes, and we're married. I just wish things could have gone a little different for you, that's all.
Don't worry, my king. I am and will be fine. Those were the events of the past. The gods meant for them to happen, and we mustn't question their choices.
Well, that may be so, but just please, if you need anything, just let me know. I want this to be as comfortable and open of a relationship that it can be. If you need to tell me something, I won't tell them.
Well, thank you, my king.
The king is my father. Call me Oedipus, or Eddie, or Ed for that matter.
Okay. Ed,
How about a cup of wine?
love some.
You know, it must be rather difficult, more so than usual, dealing with everything that has happened. I mean, really unbelievable. He leaves the city for a simple task, and I wonder what must have been so important. And then, apologies. I'll hold my tongue further on. We have more important matters to pay our minds to, like the naming of our prince or princess, or how we shall rule.
It is strange, I must say. A part of me is at a loss. Of course, I cared for the man. Obviously, living with someone for so long, you both eventually develop some connection. We went through so many terrors, losses, and aggression. But somehow, always came back from it. Somehow stronger than before. But in a way, it feels freeing. I was never in love with Laius when I married him. I hardly knew the man. I had met him weeks, if not days, prior to the ceremony. A bit like us. I'll admit I was quite unhappy with the pairing. But sometimes I would just catch myself sitting in the high tower alone, staring into the distant sea, dreaming of those who had found love before their marriage. I came to accept the life that the gods had chosen for me, but I never stopped thinking about what it could have been like to choose for myself. This may not be any different, but at least it's a second chance.
I hope that I can come to show you the love and comfort you truly deserve.
In time, I'm sure you will. Now, enough about me. I can feel my head growing as the moments pass. What should I know about the man ruling our city? From where do you hail?
I hail from a life where I didn't know what I deserved. I lived comfortably, don't let me fool you. We lived in luxury, had everything we needed, and it was great. For a time. There was always this feeling of separation from my mother and father, as if a rift just coexisted with us in that home. They would love me, they would care for me, do everything parents should do. However, I could never shake a feeling of inauthenticity that just lingered. almost like they were faking it, which led me to feel as if I lacked legitimacy. I don't feel as if I am a bad man. I always try to care for the ones I love. I just have a few regrettable actions in my past. I can only wish that I am and remain to be completely true in our union.
You're being way too hard on yourself. And you mustn't put yourself through that. We will do so much together.
The gods are angry tonight, and at what? I do not know.
Pay no mind to them. Tonight is about us. Now.
And surely not so soon after the
That
wedding.
is neither here nor there. I am here, and you are there. Join me, my king.
The burden of man be the necessity of continuing his legacy. Without legacy, all influence and power shall die with him. Man must plant his seed to bring forth the crop of birth. However, the seed planted in sin grows into the harvest most spoiled.
It's time to wake up, my love. There is much to do today. Today we begin our reign. Today we can leave the past behind and begin a bright and prosperous future together. Rain or shine. I wonder what this is all about. Haven't seen a storm like this since. I love this time.
Oh, can't they just stay in bed with you forever? Join me. This can be our first proclamation. Duties don't begin until the afternoon sun has found its resting place in the sky.
You speak in fantasy. That would be beautiful, I suppose, but it's time we face reality. For now. Oh, hey. You okay, my queen?
Yes, I just need to wake myself up.
Okay, well, I can call for a meal. I'm feeling pretty empty after last night. Surely, you are as well. We'll get some food and nuts, and I'll call. Jocasta. Jocasta, what are you feeling? What are you feeling? Guards! Guards! By the gods! Guards! Come quickly!
She never stood a chance.
Baby planted.
What appeared as just an early morning stomach pain
Baby grow.
resulted in something much worse.
Baby ready.
If only they had listened. Why? 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 Oh, you humans never listen! You believe you can come and do as you please, make your own choices, commit your own acts of selfishness, depravity, violence, lust. In order to keep peace and comfort, one must obey order. Without order, what then? Don't you know? Fools! Without order, there is only chaos.
Chaos.
Well now, my disloyal subjects, watch, listen, and learn.
Chaos.
incestuous rude, depraved treachery, inevitable damnation. Who was the carriage driver? Who is your mother? Where is your father? Listen, listen, listen. Who was the carriage driver? Listen. Order, chaos. Chaos, order. The storm, the sphinx, sin, lust, disobedience, malice, malice, malice. Oedipus, who are you? Sleep can only hide you away for so long. Open your eyes, my child. See, listen.
Sir, pardon. The physicians say he won't last very long. I didn't know if you wished to see him. He seems to be growing really fast, yet somehow seems perfectly healthy. Can't be too big, too fast.
Please. Leave me. And tell the rest not to disturb me! I wish to be alone today.
Incestuous rude, depraved treachery, inevitable damnation. Who was the carriage driver? Who is your mother? Where is your father? Listen.
Sorry!
Yes, my lord.
As it turns out, I do wish to see my son today. Please bring us any food we require, that is all.
Yes, of course, my lord.
Mother, Father, please find it in yourselves to think of me. I realize I left with no word, and if I could, I would return as soon as my carriage would ride, but it's too dangerous. I left for your protection, both of you. I know it's hard to understand, but I can no longer be in your company. I can't say why, but I can only say that it is necessary. I realize that with my sudden departure, it may seem that I simply did not care. I am here right now to tell you that that is not true. You gave me everything. You taught me how to live like this and not take it for granted, and you always showed me compassion right when I needed it the most. Now I find myself again in that time of need. Here I am asking for more and more. No wonder this all happens to me. What have I done to deserve this? Do normal people too have malicious prophecies imprinted upon them at birth, or am I just a monster? Not one too far from the same sphinx that got me here. Damn it. Damn it all. This city, this storm, the oracle for cursing me, this kid for killing my wife, and most of all, damn you. You who think so fondly of yourself, sitting atop your precious thrones and your lofty clouds, while the rest of us are down here dying! Damn you. Damn you. Damn you all!
Apologies, my lord. Your package? I will set the food over here. Do you wish for anything else? Do you wish me to prepare you and the prince a plate?
Prince? No, you are no longer needed. Thank you for your service. I guess you're not so bad, my son. Sorry, I feel for you. Coming into this cruel world made even crueler without having been given a mother. look like her. I suppose the gods continue to test me. Although right now, I'd say I prefer the Sphinx. You're a quiet little one, too. I guess I shouldn't say anything better for the both of us. You know, your sleeping is giving me the same idea.
No crib for you tonight? Tonight you rest with me. Your father.
Who are you? What do you want?
Seed.
Seed? What do you mean seed? What? What have you done with me? Where's my son?
Plant.
What are you talking about? I will call the guards. Where is he? What have you done with my son?
Brother, be still. It's all over now. For mother.
Hush, my child. All is quiet now. You found your rest.
My rest? I find this hardly resting. Who are you?
We are old friends, Oedipus. You once sought me for certain wicked truths. But you were a young man then, for now I see a doomed king in front of me.
What are you talking about, wicked truth? The Oracle. Yes. Yes, I remember now, but I left the prophecy. It's gone. I left my mother, and I left my father, and now I'm here. Where's my queen? Where's my son?
Don't you see? The prophecy is all around you. You fulfilled it.
But how? Like I said, I haven't killed my father. He's back in Corinth. Like I said, I haven't killed him.
The carriage driver, you remember?
The carriage driver? No, that can't be it. He was just my father's King Oedipus. He's back in Corinth, like I said. He was just a man in my way. He was becoming violent. He wasn't giving me a choice. Even if he was, he can't be fulfilling my mother. She's back in Corinth, like I said. I haven't killed her.
Wrong again. I believe you and your mother have been together the past few days.
Past few. My queen. I had no idea this wasn't supposed to happen.
Exactly the opposite. You were given a prophecy, and it will be obeyed one way or another. Now come, my child.
Come? Come where? Olympus. Yes. Yes, I must. I must see the gods and let it be known. I am an innocent man. I was blind, but now I see. I see all. Take me to them at once.
Olympus has no place for you. The other world will be our journey. Come, follow my voice, and you will see the punishment that comes to thee through sorrows and worries that you spend. Hear, my child, the beginning of the end.
Now you see, one cannot simply leave the will of the gods behind. They are the ultimate order, and they will be followed. Stray from the path, and you will find only...
Chaos.
Correct. Our hero was brought to the underworld by the very same entity that foretold all of this just a short while in the past. Oh, how I adore watching men get the treatment they so deserve. So many of them see themselves as gods and kings. What a terrible mistake. Man can never be anything compared to Zeus, Poseidon, Ares. Man can only obey, like a dog. A weak, foul, stupid, ignorant dog.
Enough! Stop talking! I am done with your games. You are never to order me around ever again. What then? Don't you know? Without order. There's only chaos.